It's time for a Nintendo 64 Quest update. That's right, N64 Quest has been in the works for a while, as some of you know that have been following along with the progress behind the scenes or reaching out incessantly, which I don't mind. It's very nice that you guys care so much. So today we have a big, somewhat update for N64 Quest. It is, of course, the next series that is coming out featuring myself and Jay Bartlett. And it comes out this fall. Let's kind of rewind it a bit though, so that you guys know what's going on. Where are we in the process? Well, in October we spent 5 days doing production. So right now I've been editing all that footage to kind of get it ready and get ahead of the game with that. 5 days in October, we visited 16 stores in those 5 days. Stores all in Ontario, Canada. Stores from London, Sarnia, Windsor, Chatham, Toronto, Burlington, Waterloo, and Pickering, according to my list over here. And the next round of production will happen another 4 or 5 days. Will happen either in early May or mid-May, somewhere around there. And then the last round, probably end of May at the latest. It's a little bit different than Nintendo Quest in that capacity, where Nintendo Quest was 30 straight days. What can you do? This gives Jay some strategy and some time to pivot. And there's a huge gap between when we shot in October and April, mainly because of weather and dealing with that. That wouldn't be super fair for his quest to have to manage all that. And when he's only got so many days, I know that is reality and that's life, but it's also a production thing that we've got to consider as well when we have people flying from other parts of Canada or the US to participate in this, to figure out where we're going. So that's the big gap. Plus, I think it kind of makes it a little bit more challenging. It's less fly by the seat of your pants, and once it's done, it's done. Like, there's a little bit more emphasis on what are you going to do? What did you learn in the first chunk? How are you going to pivot for the next chunk of time that you get out there? We're debating on where we're going to film the next 2 rounds. We will be filming in a couple days. Couple weeks, sometime in February. Jay and I are going to get together and we'll film with him, talking about everything that happened in October, kind of a pointer scene and figuring out how things went, where things need to go, and that will determine those locations and how those 4 or 5 days are going to be used for his game hunting. Again, he's got only 14 days this go around, right? 296 games. Why 14 days? Well, the NES collection had just under 700. 30 days, 296 games, less than half the time. So it kind of worked out in that way. So he's got 14 days for all 296. He's burned 5 days, but some people have been asking, what is a day? What does that mean? Well, a day for the quest isn't just like an amount of time that gets used. It's anytime you go out and you attempt to game hunt, whether it's at a store, a garage sale, a flea market, go over to a collector's place. Anytime you go out, regardless of whether you purchase, trade, or buy anything, that counts a day. And that's really going to start to add up in the legs going forward, where the number of games he needs gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and he's going to go to these locations and they're either going to have them or they won't. So the travel time is going to really impact his journey. So where he goes and how he goes is going to be interesting, right? That ticking clock, it never stops. And I think that's what's always fun about these games that we play. Again, all this is in support of Alzheimer's. The Nintendo Quest Jay was collecting for himself. He had his lifelong dream of wanting to own this entire NES collection, and that was very interesting to watch and observe, and how he's changed since then has also been interesting. But now, Jay and I fully believe in using our love and our passion for these pop culture hobbies, whether it's action figures and toys or video games, and putting that to good use. So Jay is fronting the cash once again for the purchase of these carts, and then we will be selling them all in support of Alzheimer's. And selling is kind of an interesting term because it's actually sort of a raffle, but not really a raffle. These carts will go out randomly. So you'll buy basically a ticket from us, so to speak, and we're figuring out some of the logistics still. And you will randomly get something from us, whether it's a cart, a trinket from the road, or even like a signed poster. So we're going to have X number of things. We're hoping to get donations sent to us as well as video games. So whether Jay is able to get all 296 games or not, we're going to raffle off or randomly give away based on tickets for ticket purchasees these cards. So I don't know how much the tickets are. It could be 20, 25 bucks, but you could land yourself like Conker's Bad Fur Day or Mario Kart, all of which go for above $20, $25, of course, or you could end up with Quarterback Club. It's all in support of Alzheimer's, and I think that's what matters. You can buy as many tickets as you want. Every ticket is guaranteed to get something. Like I said, it could be a signed poster. Could be maybe a DVD or something like that too. I don't know yet. We haven't figured it all out, but we are trying to raise money, and that is the key. So when will you be able to start buying these tickets in order to, stake your claim on the carts? I think probably this summer. We want to run a Kickstarter, and this will be part of the Kickstarter, and it kind of depended on when I can cut together an early look trailer more than anything else. So it could be June, it could be as late as September. A lot of people are busy in the summer, so I want to make sure there's enough traction there as well. So somewhere in there, we're going to do an offering. The series will be done and wrapped by October-ish, and if you're a backer on Kickstarter, you'll have access November. Again, another big differentiator is that this is a full 13-episode series. This is not a 90-minute feature film, so you're going to get to spend a lot more time in each and every game store. You're going to see a little bit what goes on, what it's like, the personalities. You get to see more of Jay, plus everybody else we meet along the way, and probably feel like you're traveling a bit with us. Certainly with the footage that I've gone over so far, it's a fun adventure, and you're in different places meeting different people, and all the game stores, just like Nintendo Quest, are all vastly different than one another. It's not corporate cookie cutter, and that's what I truly love about all these visits that we do. So I've hopefully showcased some pictures over top of what I've said at this point. I don't know, because I'm just kind of recording this off the cuff. But yeah, the 5 days that we filmed, those 16 stores, that was a lot of fun. No spoilers, of course, in the picture story, but you get to see some of the looks. And I thought maybe I should leave you with kind of the very first chunk of things that we filmed, which was that game cycle in London, Ontario. Don't have the date, I think. I was thinking it was October 2nd. Yeah, October 2nd, according to my list over here. So October 2nd. So today's February 2nd. You can do the math on how many months that is. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's been a while. So take a look at the first little chunk of our visit, the very first stuff that we filmed for our N64 quest. Temp color, no sound, leveling, mixing, editing, or anything like that. The edit isn't final by any means. Nothing is polished. It's kind of just like, blah, here you go. Because I can't cut all the episodes until all the hunting is done, and then I can see how they all fit and then figure out where the breaks got to go. So thanks so much, guys. I appreciate it. Hopefully more updates soon. And take care.
This is really happening again? Like, are we... I'm not at home, right? Like, this is...
10 years later, buddy.
Wow. And this was the last spot we came.
Yeah.
The very last spot when it was like 10 minutes left or whatever. Remember? That was it. Here we are. Game cycle. Right. Dude, I'm nervous. I'm not gonna... I'll loosen up as we go, but I'm friggin' nervous.
Just soak it up.
Yeah.
We don't get to do this every day. It's not like an every summer thing.
Right. Here we are, man. Day one, Nintendo 64 quest, game cycle. How fitting. Literally down to the last 10 minutes of Nintendo Quest. This was our last stop. Fitting that we're starting here. I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
Budget, days, goals.
The budget is 20,000. The goal is 296 North American Nintendo 64 tapes. And we have 14 days. So a lot more pressure on yours truly here. I always get made fun of with the plan. The plan is to buy the games. I don't know what to tell you. We're gonna go in there, we're gonna see what they have. We're gonna try and get the best deals. Yeah, I don't have a plan this time. We're just going in completely naked. Where are you guys?
We're way over here.
Oh,
We switched it up a bit.
John, what's up, buddy?
Not much. How you doing, man?
A little nervous. How you doing?
Oh, that's okay.
Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you too, man.
How you doing?
Cameron.
Cameron, that's right, yeah.
As good as ever?
So how's it going so far?
This is the beginning.
It's the beginning.
Yeah, I gotta come see you. This is our favorite store, our hometown, so
Perfect. I appreciate it. We always love to see you guys.
we're gonna check stuff out. Okay, so we're looking for N64 this time.
That's
Oh,
what we
look at
got right
this.
here. We got it for a big reveal. I'm gonna let Cameron do a nice big pull on this guy. There you go.
Oh,
That's
wow.
what I got so far.
Watch it be like, it's not very impressive.
I mean, that's pretty impressive. There's a lot.
It's not bad. There's some good titles there.
There's a lot more in here, yeah.